Hello, everyone. Hello. Let me know if you found the chat box. I see that some of you did. Say hi. Tell me hi in the chat box. Hi, Shmuel. Hi. Whoa, I see Peter Maritzburg is here. Nice. Lisa, hi. Every Ron, Susan, nice. John Perro, Curtis, Mike, Carmela, hello. David, hi. Arjuna, hi. JJ, excellent. Good. Who've been yesterday in the seminar yesterday? Who've been in the seminar yesterday? Ah, yes. How was it for you? How was it? Tell me, how was it? Did you have wins? Great, amazing. It was awesome, mind-blowing. Yes. Hi, Melinda. Brilliant, Mike. Yes. Excellent. Lots of data. Yes. Amazing, Candice. Good, Susan. Perfect. Okay. Very good, Ron. Ashley, hello. Carmela, amazing, powerful. Okay, good. So today it's going to be even more. And today I'm going to start with the agreements, and immediately I'm going to go into the benefits that you will get from that seminar, because this seminar will be different. It is the actual structure of the spiritual versus the physical universe, and how it affects you, and how can you become covetous over it again. So this is a very, you can say, technical, super powerful seminar. Okay, and I'm sure we will not finish it today. Today will be part one, okay? So here we go, agreements. No recording, please. Nothing I said today is true unless it is true for you. Nothing I teach you is new. You already know it. If you wouldn't know it, I wouldn't be able to teach you. Okay, so what I teach is not just theories, it is proven facts, but they need to be implemented in an exact manner, and they are different to what you are used to. And hence, it is the ability to confront the drills, not just the listening, that will produce the expected results. Okay, now I want to remind you the thing about acknowledgement. So what you're going to do, although you've done it in the past, I want you to take a deep breath for as long as you can and write to me how long you can hold your breath, how long you can take the inhale, how long can you inhale, how many seconds can you inhale. Just write to me in the chat how many seconds you can inhale. How many seconds can you inhale? 9 seconds, Elise Shmuel, 90. That's good. One. Good, very good, excellent. Excellent. Eva 20, I'm at 10. Nadine 10. Lorna 15. Excellent. Lisa 12. Paul, very good. 60. Wow, that's a lot. Excellent. Nick high 18 seconds. David 16. Today 17. Good. 38. Curtis. Ellie 90. Wow. 1 minute. 20 and Joseph 21. This is really good. Now, why am I asking you to take this deep breath in? Why do I ask you to inhale? Because when I talk to you, from your viewpoint, you inhale data. When I talk to you, from your viewpoint, you inhale data. And even if you are really good and you can do 2 minutes like Jim, which is, by the way, amazing and very well done, really amazing, well done. So even if you can do that, at one point you will have to exhale. And the reason most schooling fail is because the children just sitting there and inhaling data for hours and hours and hours, and they're not allowed to talk. So what I want you to do here is to talk. I want you to ask me questions. I want you to answer the questions I'm asking you. I want you to be involved. That's why we have the chat. So do we have an agreement? Let's see if we have an agreement. Do you exhale? Exactly. Exhale. Good. Excellent. Perfect. Good. Excellent. Even if it's just you saying yes, even if it's just you ask a question, anything, you need to exhale, and you need to do that more often than you think. So do it. And that's why you need your acknowledgements. You need your acknowledgement. I need them too, but you need them more than me, because I'm talking and you need to stop me and get the exhale. And at that moment, by the way, I get my inhale. So it's really both sides win. Okay, but the most important thing, important thing about any study, about life, about anything, you cannot get serious. Whatever we're doing here is supposed to be and is fun, and if it's not fun, it's useless. Anything that is not fun is useless. You want to know if something is valuable? Just check if it's fun. That's your best tool. You want to find if a person is valuable to you, just check if he is fun. The more fun he is to you and the more you fun to him, the bigger or the more valuable the relationship is. Yes, Monica, it is wow. It is so simple. Just check, is it fun? The moment that it stops being fun, it starts to be destructive. It cannot be constructive and not fun. So if it's not fun, you have to make it fun. How? Either leave the relationship or start smiling, make it fun. Okay, so that's the most important thing. Yes, thank you, Monica. Lisa, yes. Eva, makes sense. Okay, Candice, good. Okay, so that's your indication, if it's fun or not. If it's serious, it's become unfun, drop it or fix it. I like the way you think, Regan. Yes. Lorna, yes. Curtis, I like it, good. Anthony, perfect. Okay, good. So from zero to hero, how to demonstrate your potential. Now, why do I say how to demonstrate your potential? Because you never lose your potential. Regardless of how bad is your condition, you never lose your potential. You know it's there, you're just not willing to demonstrate it. This is the thing that everything is built on. You never lost your potential. If you would to lose your potential, you wouldn't be able to recover. Because a person can get into pretty bad shape, but because you never lost your potential, you still recognize truth. You still recognize truth. You can fight, you can ignore it, you can do whatever, but somewhere at the back of your mind, you recognize truth because you never lost your potential. You're just not willing to demonstrate it, which means you're hiding it. And the only thing we need to do is to remove those things that hiding your potential. And this is what we're going to do. So let me tell you what we're going to get out of this seminar from zero to hero. The first thing to know, it is a series of 12 seminars, more or less, about 25 hours, where you will discover the true you, which means you have 12 weeks with me every week for about 2 hours, sometimes less, sometimes more, where you will get more and more and more to become you. Each lesson will cause you to see more through the fog of lies, which is when you drove today from one place to another, or yesterday, can you remember everything that happened? If you cannot remember, oh, you lost sound. Okay, hold on. Hello, can you hear me? Yes, can you hear me? Yes, it is back. Yes, hallelujah. Okay, perfect. Okay, Rican. Okay, no problem. Not a problem at all. Good. You needed some Excel, that's all. You need to Excel something. Okay, good. So each lesson will cause you to see more through the fog of lie, which is life to all people. All people actually don't see. They are just parroting what someone told them, and they don't actually see, they don't observe. We're going to change it. Now, my guarantee to you, well, each lesson will guarantee you will become more in control and as a result, more wealthy. My guarantee to you, as long as you attend the full series, is that within 12 weeks from starting the Power Now series, you will know that you control your life and will demonstrate it in the physical universe. You will show that you control your life. Now, you know that control equals income. So if you only show control and there's no income, you don't control. So you will show it in your income. And it will be the most powerful data you will ever encounter. I guarantee you will know it, you will understand it. Yes, this seminar is being recorded and you will get it. Okay, so this is my guarantee to you. This is something that if you don't get from your own viewpoint, not what I'm telling you, you will get your money back. Now, what do you get out of the seminar? What's in it for you? It is awesome, yes. No more tiredness, laziness, procrastination, since you will restore your ability, which you never lost, to be the potential and postulate energy rather than to use energy. The reason you get tired, the reason you get lazy, the reason you procrastinate is that you use energy, and energy like a fuel in a tank will finish. We will show you, I will show you how to use a potential rather than energy. Good, Monica, but if Every, it's not a problem, you will get the recording as long as you watch all the recordings. Number 2, confidence in applying what you learn. Since we will drill tuning in and controlling your environment without the use of energy. When you tune in, and I will explain to you this concept of tuning in to yourself. When you actually tune in to yourself, you will see that you will control the environment not with energy. No more being blinded by people and situations, since you will learn how to observe, not by looking. So looking is a situation where you are the effect of things. So when you look at the wall, you are the effect of the wall, and obviously you don't see the truth. But when you observe, you put the wall there. So you will see that you will not be blinded anymore by people and situation. Ron, good. You will stop doing things you don't want to do, since you will be introduced to you. You are perfect, and anything that is not perfect is not you. And the moment that you will introduce to you, you will stop doing the things that you don't like doing. You will be able to predict and so eliminate worries, since we will restore your ability to separate yourself from the effect you create. Now, all the worries that you have is because of what you created, but you cannot distinguish between what you created and what was created to you. And so you create something, you get the effect of it, and then you say, well, you know, I cannot control it. So you become a bigger effect and a bigger effect, and eventually you become a victim. So you will be able to predict and so eliminate worries, since we will restore your ability to separate yourself from the effects you create, and by that gain control over the effects you create. You will never be wrong again, and will lose the urge to make others wrong, since you will drill assuming any viewpoint. No more playing the game of I'm right and you have to be wrong. No more those games, because right now if someone is wrong, someone must be right, and if someone is right, someone must be wrong. That's not a nice game. Result will not require effort, as you will learn how to use affinity, and affinity is the long arm of the spirit on yourself and others. No one taught you how to use affinity, yet affinity is the most powerful arm of the spirit, is the thing that the spirit can use to handle anything, because once you have high affinity, you have high control. You will not be limited by life, as you will learn and drill creation without prior cause. This is a different concept, creation without prior cause. No reliance on the past. And if you don't rely on the past, you cannot act insanely. Insane, the definition of the word insane is attention stuck in the past. And if you create based on the past, for as long as you use your past or your experience, you will see that you will be limited. Actually, I define the word experience as the sum of all your limitations. Look at that and you will see that it's true. Experience is the sum of all your limitations. And we will get away from experience. We will start to remove those limitations. You'll be able to postulate. Postulate means to create something out of nothing. You'll be able to postulate, since you will handle the 3 fake realities, the 3 lies that prevents you from postulating. If you don't know, if you didn't handle those 3 things that everyone has in common, as much as you want, you will not be able to just simply create. You will be able to have anything you want simply since you will learn how to validate despite all invitation to invalidate. Look, you get what you want. Yes, you get what you put your attention on. You get what you put your attention on. You will learn how to really get what you want. How? By validating, and you'll see there will be an actual way, an actual system to make sure that you validate and you don't have this urge to invalidate, to make people wrong. Life will become a fun game since you will learn how to handle any situation by creation alone. Just imagine that you will not have any more things that upset you. You will not have any more things that, oh, it's a drag. Life will become a game, and if it's not, you will have the tools to recognize that it's not, and number 2, just fix it. You will have a therapeutic effect on others since you will have the true viewpoint about you. I am perfect, and anything that is not perfect is not me. The moment that you will have that viewpoint, your presence alone will cause people to feel better. You will cure people by your presence alone, just being there. This is really, really fascinating and powerful. Thank you, Marcel. Thank you, Candice. Yes, Teresa, I agree. Nadine, very nice. Incredible. Yes, awesome. Zet, yes. This is really fascinating. You will see that each one of you, just look and you will see that it's true, that each one of you, because you are here, you already proven the fact that people like to confide with you. People like to tell you things. Is that true? People like to tell you things. People like to tell you things that they don't tell other people. You are here because you have that quality. This is the quality of people that recognize truth. A person that recognizes truth, people like to confide with him. They tell him things. Now you take that thing and add the viewpoint of you are perfect, and you will see that not only they will tell you, but your presence alone, just the fact that you will listen, will cure them. This is really something amazing. Yes, yes, yes. This is amazing. You are very welcome, Marcel. Your life will be more beautiful as you will stop criticizing others and so stop inviting criticism to yourself. This is really fascinating. Criticism, if something bad happened to you, life criticizes you. Carmela, thank you. If something bad happened to you, life criticizes you. If life criticizes you, you criticized life before. This is not easy to accept. It's a very high level of responsibility, but you will see that by the end of the full 25 hours, it will be the most obvious thing for you. So I'm not talking here about making you feel good or nice slogans or something like that. We're going to work. You have a lot to delete and you have a lot to confront, but the result are worth it. Okay. It is entire culture that survive on criticism. Yes, yeah, but you will see that you will be able to just eliminate it. You will become more wealthy since you will handle those things that stop you from observing and communicating and so becoming wealthy. You will see that the only thing that you have in the universe is communication with things. You don't have things, you have the communication with things. So if we will be able to fix the communication, which means actually the observation, you will see that you will fix your wealth. And of course, much more. If you've been with me before, you know that as much as I will write, I'll give you much more. And when you will listen again to the same recording, there will be even more and more and more. Good. Can't wait. Excellent. Okay, so this is what's in it for you. That's what you will get. And what I'm going to do today, I'm going to give you a little bit of the beginning of what is it that I'm going to teach you. Okay, so here we go. We're starting. Life versus potential. This is the cycle of today. Life, your actual life versus your potential. Okay, so do we have any problems with the hearing? Do you all hear me? Everyone hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Perfect. No problem. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Perfect. Okay, good. So life versus potential. Why don't you use your full potential? Why don't you use your full potential? It is so easy just to use your full potential. Why all of this drama and problems? Scared of it. Okay. Too many fake realities, Nadine. Yes. Fear, I don't know where it is. Okay. Too lazy, good question. Yes. Haven't learned to, that's true. To play games, yes. Stuff get in the way, like myself. Yeah, very smart. Failed in the past failure, energy, distraction, procrastination, forgot that I had it, don't know how, confusion, I'm not clear, yes, on how, yes, that's very good. Invalidation, we are not fully unbrainwashed, yes, yes. Full of lies, yes. Got me into trouble before, yes, yes. Let's see. Giving my energy to too many other people viewpoints, true. Afraid due to past failure, yes. Part of our game, Candice, Susan, afraid of what it will attract and concerned about my own empathy and inability to define myself. Wow, that's good. Made wrong by others, self-hate, yes. Don't know what my full potential is. Yeah, that's interesting. It makes past decision wrong, Lisa, that's true. Self-invalidation, stuck with facts, yes. False data, fake realities, that's all very, very true. Very true. Okay, good. How do you fix any broken or non-optimal condition? Vadim, maybe you do. Maybe you do. Yeah, that's no one said that you do, that you are not. Monica, yes. Communication, yes. Confront it. Raise the willingness, true. Waiting to help others who are not interested, waiting to help others who are not interested. Wanting, yes. Confronting it, yes. Lots of admiration and communication, that's true. See through the con of it, yes. Validation, make it fun game. Bit by bit, starting with something that you know that you can change. Be aware of the barriers. Yourself, okay. Confront. Find the real why. That's very good. Keep working. Never give up. Good, very good. What makes one person like another person? Not on Facebook. What makes one person like another person? Yes. Relatedness, yes. Common reality and affinity, smiling, their spirits, true, trust, and have things in common, see a sense of humor, yes. Yes, affinity, communication, true, liking, agreements, the decision to do so, being without boundary, admiration, trust, reality and the freedom they share, admiration, recognize they are there, culture, Lorna, yes, they were related to you, okay, feel they are isolated and understood, fun, have things in common. That's all very, very true, very true. What is your potential? Since I say, why don't you use your full potential? Let's define what is your potential. What is it? What's not how much is it, but what is it? Unlimited, infinite, yes, but what does it mean? What is your potential? When I say your potential, what does it mean? My ability, your ability, okay. So your ability, your current ability, your theoretical ability, past ability, future, what I can do. If you can do right now 2 push-ups, is that your potential? You cannot do 3. Able to create all, hardworking, yes. What you can cause, yes. The sum total of everything I'm capable of. Okay, talent, ability to change something, overall ability to cause, be able to create from 0 to hero, yes. The spirit, the ability to create whatever it wants, what is possible, everything I decide to do, the most you can, yes, ability to create anything, my power, potential, potent, and yes, okay, Susan, to postulate, yes, my knowingness, unlimited energy, very good, very good. Your best self, okay. Okay, good. So let's start. Okay. The dictionary defines potential as possible, but yet not actual. Possible, but yet not actual. What does it mean that something is possible, but yet not actual? What does it mean when something is possible, but yet not fact? Okay. Okay. Maybe. Okay. Let me show you what does it mean. Okay. I want to show you what does it mean, okay? Didn't use it. Yes, we didn't use it yet. Exactly, Ellie. You are right. So if I look and I have something like that, okay? And I go from here and I have that, and I go from here and I have that, okay? And if I have a box here sitting, as long as it's not falling, it has a potential. As it will start falling, if I take that box and I will drop it, it will lose its potential. Everyone with me? Are you with me? Yes, excellent, 100%. Okay, so potential refers to something possible, but not yet actual, okay? Having a latent, a hidden or dormant possibility or likelihood of occurring, or of doing or becoming something, okay? Continuation of movement in a direction, no, it's actually no movement. It's actually no movement because look, it's there as long as it's sitting there. The moment that you start to move it, no, the potential, you're losing potential, okay? So, okay, got it, perfect. Now, capacity for development, a capacity to develop, succeed, or become something. That's another definition. This is straight from the dictionary, yes? It's possible, but not yet actual, and capacity for development. You can develop. You have the ability to develop. You didn't do it yet, but you can. Expressing possibility, I mean, you may or might in English. So when someone says that there is a potential, you say, I may do it. I might do it. There is a chance that it will happen. This is a potential, okay? Now, it's very interesting to notice that the word potential comes from 14th century, directly or via France, or late Latin, potentials, which actually mean potent. Potent, okay? So potential actually comes from potent. And potent mean in the dictionary as strong and effective. Strong and effective. So the moment that you have potential, as long as you did not use the potential, you are strong and effective, possessing great physical, political, or military strength and power. Okay, so it's come from potent. For example, a sentence will be a potent force, strong and effective force, yes? Powerfully persuasive, exerting or capable of exerting great powers of persuasion or influence. So again, this is something very powerful. So when you have a potential in it, you are strong and effective, you have this ability, very powerful ability to persuade people, okay? So a potent symbol, which means a symbol that have a powerful persuasive power, yes? With strong physiological effect, producing a powerful effect on the body or mind when taken, eaten, or drunk. So this is all around something that has very strong effect. The local brew is said to be particularly potent, which means that local brew is really strong or have a strong effect physically. Now, potent come, the derivation, the word come from be powerful or able and be. Able and be powerful and able and be, which means that the potential, when you have potential, you're being powerful. You are able to be. So the moment that you use your potential, you're losing your ability to be. The moment that you're using your potential, you're losing your ability to be. The moment that the father uses force on his child, he actually stops being a father to some degree or another. He needs to build back his potential. Do you understand? So if I took this square and I dropped it, in order to have the potential back, I need to bring it up. You will see that the more force you're using, the more energy you're using, the less potential you have. Does it make sense to you? Do you see that? Yes. Okay. Definitely. Yep. Okay, good. As I told you in the beginning, this seminar at least will start with a very technical viewpoint. You need to understand those terms, because if you will not understand those terms, I will not be able to actually handle them, because what we're going to handle is your potential. Do you understand? You need to fix your potential. We need to restore your potential. You've been using energy for a long time and your potential is here. And we need to fix it and bring it back here. So you need to really, really understand it. Yes. If I use my potential, it doesn't mean I do not have more potential. If you use your potential and if you don't know what is it and how to bring it back, you will see that your potential will always decrease, because you need energy to raise it up, and energy by its nature is a limited thing. And you will see that probably people get old and weak because they don't use the potential, they use energy. And that's one of the tricks of this universe and the trick of the body. How did our potential get to the bottom in the first place? That's what I'm going to explain. I'm going to show that. I'm going to explain all of that. But first of all I need is to understand the terms. I'm just explaining the terms first so we can actually talk about it intelligently. Okay? So the definition of the word potential is the ability, possible but as yet not actual, to exert power without the use of energy, by beingness alone. So if you want your potential to be effective, you need to be able to exert power. Power is this thing. Power is, you see, this is energy, 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 energy. And at the end, when energy hits a counter force, what you get here, the result here is released power. You understand that? So in order to have this power, not by losing your potential, you need to put real potential is the ability to exert power without the use of energy, by beingness alone. So for example, you will see someone that have very strong ethics presence, and he just look at you and he doesn't put any energy. He just come to the room and you become more ethical. He just next to you and you become more ethical. He doesn't even need to look at you. He doesn't even need to, he's just about to come to the room and you become more ethical. This is potential without the use of energy. Yeah. Does it make sense to you? Have you ever seen this situation where just the name of someone puts a person in line, just like, oh, maybe he's looking. For example, when people talk about God, God is a potential. If God will start to go and use energy, God will end and we'll need to recharge. He will become an electrical car, yes? But he's not. God is something much bigger than that. He's a potential. He do not need to do something in order to bring an effect. Just the idea, just this thing about God puts a lot of people in line. So this is what known as ethics presence. Does it make sense to you? So the moment that you started to play with energy, you start to die. Yes. Excellent, excellent. Very good. Now, you, the potential, have a power. And that power is what? Any idea what this power is? Do you know what this power is? Definitely, Capilio. This is what we're recovering. We're going to recover your potential. What is your power? What is this thing that your power is? What is this thing that you can bring about without the use of energy? Power to create, yes, power to create, but we need to understand what does it mean to create. My unique beingness, unique way of being, to observe your potential, yes. Ability to create, yes, but what does it mean to create? Heaviness, yes. Ideas, yes. My present spirit, nothingness to somethingness. Baya, exactly. The power to bring about something from nothing. And by that, create space and space alone. Now let me explain what do I mean. You have seen me explaining that in the past, but I will explain it again. Let me explain that. So you all know this drawing that I do, that I said that this is the beginning. Yes, this is the beginning, okay? This is a theoretical beginning. This universe started somewhere and it goes from here into infinity. Everyone happy with that? Everyone agree with that concept? So this universe started at some theoretical point and it will continue, we hope, for a long time. Yes, we don't know, but we hope. It seems like it's, yes, theoretically, yes. Okay, what do we know that is not theoretical? That if this is the beginning, if this moment is the beginning, let's call this thing a beginning, okay? This is the beginning, this is the moment of beginning. What does it mean, beginning? Beginning, it means that we consider that from that moment on, there is time. Second and another second, another second, another second, okay? Before that moment, there was no time, okay? It doesn't mean that there was nothing, but there was no something as time, okay? So before the beginning, we can say that there was no something, because after the beginning, there is something. Everyone with me? The beginning is not the present. Beginning is when 5 billion years ago, whenever it started. Everyone with me? Good, excellent. So we have no something and we have something. Okay, now we already know, or most of you already agree and know, that the smallest number in this universe is 2, because there's nothing, because all the somethings that we know in this universe are composed of plus and minus. For every force, there is counter force. There is no 1 in the whole universe. There is no 0. In this universe, after the beginning, everything is composed of 2. Everything that we know is composed of 2. There is nothing that do not compose of 2. Because there is a law that says for every something, there is a counter something. For every force, there is an opposite and equal force. Okay? For every plus, there is minus. For every big, there is small. They could not be big without small. So far, so good? Excellent. Good. Excellent. Which mean that in here, in this area of something, there's no creation. In this area of something, there's no creation. There's only changing of what has been created. What has been created is from nothing or no something into something. This is creation. Creation is from no something into something, from nothing into something. Everyone is with me? Good. Perfect. Good. Very good. You are not something. Your body is something, but you are not something. You are not something. You are a nothingness that control a somethingness, a body, and so on. So far, so good? Excellent. Good. Very good. So your potential is the power to bring about something from nothing, and by that create space, and space alone, because the space is just the distance between all the pluses and minuses. This is the only spaces that there are. That's correct, Nick. Space is the difference between pluses and minuses, which mean space get created by communication. Are you with me? I need to know that you're going with me step by step, because this is really very, very technical, and once we will go through the technical part, the rest will be easier or more flowing. So do we control the somethingness, or do we see it sort of recognize? The somethingness is not something that you control, because once there is somethingness, let's say there is plus and minus and plus and minus and plus and minus and plus and minus. They have rules and they interchange between themselves. You take an atom, and if this is the electron, let's say that this is the electron and this is the nucleus, and you've got here electrons, and by the way, they are not moving in such a... Most people that think that electron just fly around the proton in an organized way, but this is not how it works. If you ever saw it, if you actually saw it, you will see that you can think about it more like, let's say, a star, and you can think about it as more like asteroid belt that going around the star. So it's not such an organized atoms that jumping and so on, but for the moment we can think about them as atoms that's just as electron that going around the nucleus, and they jump between one to another. They just move based on some kind of predefined rules, and because of that, your control over the physical universe is limited, because what you do in the physical universe, you change. You change the physical universe. You cannot stop the physical universe. If I take a building, I cannot stop a building. I can change its form. I can blow it up, but still the building survive in different form. Are you with me? Okay, good. Very, very good. I understood the building blocks you have laid out so far, and I'm waiting for the point. Okay, good, Jim, that's not a problem. Where alter is, yes, in the physical universe, you're changing. Not totally. Felt like you made a big jump from I'm nothing that controls something. Okay, let's explain it again. Okay. The nothingness. By the way, Susan, you have the question which are really good, and because you're thinking about this, the not something in terms of physical universe manifestations. So we're trying to explain something not physical by physical means. Okay. So what you have here, you have a nothingness. something that is not physical. Nothingness is not really a nothing. It's just not physical. Yes, not something. That's why I'm not calling it a nothingness. It's something that's not physical, that by decision alone, it's not exactly decision, but by postulate alone, by saying alone, can bring about, will bring about something. And the moment that you put something there, if you stop putting it there, it will start affecting you. The moment that you put something there, it will start affecting you. We can look at that. You decide, okay, wow, I'm in love. So you take two people that have nothing to do with each other, and they fall in love, and they're creating a relationship. They're putting something there. For as long as they're putting it there, as long as they're creating, they put something out of nothing, everything will be okay. The moment that they get married, basically what they said this can go on automatic, and the problems start. They lose the potential and they gain energy. You got that? This is how it is in the physical universe. The moment that you put something on automatic, you had it. You lost your potential. It is dropping responsibility, because responsibility, the word responsibility means the ability to bring about something out of nothing, or the ability to bring about something out of no something. That is crazy. Makes total sense. Good. Good, Paul. Very good. Dustin, excellent. James, thank you. Okay, good. So the power, so what we have, your potential, you, the potential, you, your whole you, is the power to bring about something from nothing. And by that create space, and space alone. Nothing more, nothing less. This whole thing that called you, that whole thing that called you can just create space. So if you look at your hand, it's actually it's a space. If you look at your screen right now, it's actually a chunk of space. Actually, it's all chunk of space. And the question is, do you keep creating it or not? Because if you don't keep creating it, you will start become the effect of it. You will lose your potential. Okay, no more marriage for me. So when you put it there and stop putting it there, you turn it into thing. Exactly, Susan. Yes, that's really exact, Susan. You got it. Okay. Now, the power to bring something out of nothing is the power of ideas. The power to bring something out of nothing is the power of ideas. If you will check, I explained that yesterday, if you will check, you will see that if this is the beginning, okay, this is the beginning, and that makes sense now. Good, Eva. If this is the beginning, and you have something here, since this something has been created by a no something, it means that every something used to be a no something. Do you understand that? Every something used to be a no something. Yes. That no something is an idea. It's just an idea. It's just something that has no continuation. It has no value. It's not measurable. It's not nothing. It is nothing that you can bring into something by dropping responsibility. So any facts, anything that is there, any fact used to be an idea. And you can undo it by, of course, using ideas, not by putting force, because when you use energy, what you get, if I use energy to change that, what I will get is broken that. Yes, if I take energy to change this, what I will get is a broken that. But I didn't actually destroy it. It's not a nothing. The only time that you can go back into nothing is when you go back to the idea. When you go back to this area here, this is the idea. Bring it to something by dropping responsibility means that I'll explain. So when responsibility is actually the process responsibility is actually the process of taking from something into nothing. It's actually putting it there and knowing that you put it there. Okay, so when you stop knowing that you put there, when it goes on automatic, you drop your responsibility. So the power to bring something out of nothing is the power of ideas. Ideas, not energy, rule the world. You will see that idea, not energy, rule the world. Why? You'll see that even money is an idea backed by confidence. Okay, let me answer one thing at a time. Okay, so let's take one thing at a time. Okay, so give an example for what, Amit? Why do things go onto automatic? Okay, why do things go onto automatic is really fascinating. And you will see that this thing will be answered very shortly. Okay, there is a whole section on how it's going into automatic. Okay, what's important at the moment, not something, no to something. Okay, so let's say there is here, let's call this thing an airplane. Okay, this is an airplane. For billions of years, there was no such thing as an airplane. Someone came up with an idea and created an airplane. So it is from nothing for billions of years, no airplane, and now there is an airplane. At one point in time, there was an airplane. So it's from not something into something. You see that? And what's the problem with an airplane? You've got an airplane now you have it, so you use it as experience. What is experience? Experience is the sum of all your limitation. Experience is why you don't use ideas. Because the experience tells you what's possible and it's lies. Experience is what eats your potential. Thank you, Ali. Experience eats your potential. Now, ideas, not energy, rule the world. Now, it's not by mistake that money is an idea backed by confidence. It's not by mistake, because ideas are senior to energy. The moment that money becomes an energy, it hits you, and otherwise you hit with it. This is really fascinating. Ideas, not energy, rule the world. And how easy it is to bring an idea. Why wouldn't experience be limitation rather than potential? Experience is limitation, because if let me explain why. Let me explain why I'm saying that experience is your biggest enemy in the universe. Okay. Okay. So let's say that this is the beginning. Okay. And here there is no something, and now you start and you put something, plus and minus. Okay. The moment that you put plus and minus, okay, there is some kind of an interchange that has nothing to do with you. Do you agree with me? Good. The more pluses and minuses you put, the more interchanges there are that are nothing to do with you. Now, they convince you all day long that they are there. You look at a wall and you say, yes, there's a wall. Okay? And if you say there's no wall, you hit the wall. You want, I don't know, you want to eat bread, you need to go to the cupboard to take bread. So you need to walk. You are the effect. Yes? You are obeying those past experiences. You want to go to visit your mom, you don't just go visit her by deciding that you are there, by an idea. You need to physically walk there, which means the more things happen, the less you know that it's all ideas, the more this experience limits you. So the pluses and minuses are the ideas that you put there. Yes, pluses and minuses are past ideas that you put there, that you drop the responsibility for them, because if you didn't drop the responsibility for them, what you'll have a carpet that you roll, and you will see that this carpet is carpet of ideas, and they will not be solid. And we will go through that and how you do that and why you're not doing it and how it gets messed up, etc. But at the moment, that what we need to know is that ideas, not energy, rule the world. So how can visit my mom with an idea? Did you ever had a situation where you left your body fully or partially and saw some other place or saw yourself? If it happened to you, you've done it with an idea. You didn't physically move. Your body stayed in one place. I know you live in the physical universe and you can continue to agree and be the effect of the physical universe, or start to be cause over the physical universe. And even if you become a little bit more cause, you will see that your life will change. So creating an actually allow it to roam in actual, yeah, Paul. Experience is the collection of having tuned all our putting there into things. Yes, we thinking is yes, exactly, Susan. Yes, to the body things good. That is the game. That if it is the game, you will see. How do you know if it's a game or not? It will be fun. There will be no effort, and it will be just all beautiful. But most people, from my observation, do not enjoy the game of life. It's difficult for them. It's painful. Can you please explain this definition of money is an idea backed by confidence? Yes. Okay, so my mom will stay even if I visit her. Yes. Yeah, 100%. And you will see that you have the ability to go to any place in the universe and in any other universe without moving your body, because your body is going always to be a liability. You need to feed it. It can work only between 36.6 degrees and 37 degrees. It's already sick. Okay, so let's continue. So ideas, not energy, rule the world. And I will explain more about ideas and money and how it all work together. What is a universe? What is a universe? Good, Susan. What is a universe? What is a universe? When you have a universe, when you have the physical universe, some of you know about the game universe, magic universe. When you know what is a universe, all matter and space. What is a universe? The space of our life. God created world. That's good. That's really good. Space, playground, set of agreements, Curtis, space group. Okay, good, Sonia. What is a universe? Just to remind you, you need to excel. Sphere of experience, world we created with agreements, law not good. What was there before anything? Yes, makes sense. Okay, ability to create. Okay, good. Particles, matter and space with the morals and ethics. Yes, universe is something that I experience. Good. Space, yes. Okay, good. Let me give you a definition of universe, because everything you say is right. You're not saying anything that is not right. Yes, everything you say is right, but I want to give you a different viewpoint. A universe, all universes are the result of drop responsibility on idea. Any universe you ever encounter is only a result of drop responsibilities of ideas. So if you have the universe of marriage, it's the result of drop responsibilities of idea. Otherwise, you will not have a universe, you will have a creation. Otherwise, you will not have a universe, you will have a creation. Interesting. Thank you, Marcel. So every time you have a problem, every time things are not exactly as you want them, anytime you don't enjoy the pain, the pleasure, the height, the speed, anytime you don't enjoy something, you actually created the universe, your own universe. This is what you experience, and that's the sum of all the dropped responsibilities that you have on your ideas, which means it is so easy to handle. How do I know it is easy to handle? Look how much force there is in this physical universe that keep you in line. Do you understand how much force there is in this universe? If you take the sum of all the planets and so on, which keep you in line, it will tell you how powerful you are, how much this potential that I'm talking about, how powerful it is. Yes, Nadine. Thank you, Marcel. Thank you. This is really fascinating. You want to know, if you want to know in life, just in generally in life, if you want to know how much the environment or your staff or your children or your wife or anything is against you, how much force is put against you, just check how much force you need to put forward, and assuming that this is forward, how much force you need to go forward in order to just balance it or move it. And you need to put a lot of force all the time to bring about anything in this physical universe. That's how powerful you are. So I don't enjoy my job most of the time because of the rules. It is not because of the rules and all of that. It is because of you. It is because of you. You need to really see how you can change it. But this is why this seminar is so important, because from this seminar forward, the biggest insult to you will be to say that something happened to you. You will not agree with that. You will know somewhere, even in your worst moment, you will know you created it. What if it doesn't feel like force and it is just pleasure? Pleasure is wonderful. You will not have. What's the difference between pleasure and pain? Pain is going against you. Pleasure is going with you. This is pleasure. This is pain. You get the idea? This is really the definition of pleasure and pain. Pain against you, meaning drop responsibility. And pleasure is with you. With you, not because it went with you, but because you went with it. Now listen, not because you went with it, it went with you. It's because you are able to change your viewpoint and go with it. Thank you. Yes, pleasure much better than pain. Very fascinating, but you understand, because if it was that let's say that this is another person, and this is you, okay? And you see your cut. Now we make you full. Now let's say that this is you, yes? And let's say I take you and I change somehow your let's see if I can turn you around. Okay, let's say that this is you, and now I change you into going into that direction, okay? And you will be happy only if that guy, another will come in your direction. That's terrible, because you are an effect. But if this guy went into another direction and you happily change your direction to here, that's pleasure. It's not him changing, it's you changing. Do you get the idea? Because when he changes, you're an effect. When you change, you are cause. And yet most people consider that before the universe will align to them, before the universe will give them, something is wrong with them. No, the universe, you don't want anything from the universe. The universe wants something from you. You are senior to the universe. If I want something from you, you are senior to me. Very interesting. Thank you, John. This is really fascinating. This is really fascinating. So all universes are the result of dropped responsibility on ideas. The closer you get to energy, the further you get from yourself. Good, James. Daniela, good. Wow, wow. Yes. Tariq, yes. Anthony, yes. But why do we always have to change to suit other people? You don't change to suit other people. You don't change to suit other people. What does it mean to change? What does it mean to change? Let's handle that for a second, okay? What does it mean to change? Okay? To change is like that. This is, you can think about this universe as many, many viewpoints, okay? This is all viewpoints. So this is one viewpoint, and this is another viewpoint, and so on. They're all starting from here, okay? Now, you have a viewpoint. This is you, and you have a viewpoint. Oops. You have a viewpoint, okay? The purpose of this viewpoint is to make all other viewpoints wrong, and you are right. The purpose of the viewpoint is to make other people wrong, and you're right. Do you understand that? It is a trap, exactly. Now, the more you want to be right, the less you'll be in control, because all those other viewpoints has to say yes. So you are a total effect. Before this guy in China say yes, you are useless. So what you want is not to get them to have a new viewpoint. What you want is to embrace the viewpoint. So your viewpoint now is all of that. You don't expect them to change, you change. Because if I expect them to change, they're powerful, I'm useless. They need to tell me yes. That is what's wrong with the court of law. The only viewpoint there might be right. Yes. Yep. Court of law is a problem. Yeah. Do you see that? Do you understand why I said earlier what I said? Yes? Good. Okay. You will see that usually in my seminars, I tell you that everything is the opposite of what you think. Yes? Here it will become on steroid. Eva, you are very welcome. So the closer you get to energy, the further you get from yourself. Why? Why? Why the closer you get to energy, the further you get from yourself? This is really fascinating. What is the highest level of energy? What is the highest level of energy? What do you think is the highest level of energy? Life. What is the highest level of energy? Physical universe, creation point. You can give a definition of energy. I will, definitely. Communication, admiration. What is the highest? Explosion. Okay. Solid, yes. The highest level of energy, if this is the beginning point, okay, let's say that this is the beginning and this is time, okay? It started somewhere and it goes into infinite time, and this is today. We can call this thing present time, okay? This is present time, okay? The highest level of energy is present time, because in present time, you have the accumulation, yes? You have the accumulation of all the past particles. You get that? So, what is the further away from you? The further away from you is present time, because you are here. This is where you put an idea. And the further away from you is present time. Wow, yes. So really, as I said yesterday, the future is really at the beginning. The future, you get to the future by going backward, not by going forward. The more you get The more you continue with time, the more you deal with energy, the further you get from yourself. Okay, so you are here, you are here, you are nothing, and you bring about something by ideas. And those ideas get drop responsibility and they become matter, energy, and time. Yes? And you become more and more and more and more and more and more physical things. Yes? And if this is present time, that will be the most amount of things, because you understand that this universe expands. There is more and more physical things, more and more used to be ideas are being put here, and it expands, and present time is the most number, and moment later there will be a few more ideas that turns into physical things. Yes, so here is the most amount of energy. Where are you? You are at the beginning, at the no energy, before something started. This is where you are. So the beginning, in order to come back to you, you need to go backward and not forward. So I shouldn't be in PT. You should be in present time only if present time for you is the total time that you create. What does it mean, the total time that you create? The total time that you use ideas and ideas alone. You are not affected by the physical universe. Exactly, John. You go back to nothing. So true self are in the non-physical, 100%. So we just have to keep creating 100%. So right now you are not here, but back there in potential. If you are here, if you are in the physical universe, if you consider that you are a body, you are a bunch of energy that have beginning, middle, and end, and you will end. Nothing equal good, 100%. Why do you get to be upset? Because there's a lot of accumulation of some things, a lot of accumulation of ideas of no responsibility, and you get upset. No one just stand up and kill someone if he didn't have accumulation of some things. Oh, well, you're very, very welcome. Yes, JJ, it is amazing. Monica, wow, agree with that. Yes, Nadine, amazing. Yes, this is really fascinating. Most people think that the future is there. Yes, they think that the future is there. That's not the future. That's death. The future is actually going backward. When you go backward, you come to the future, because your future is only in how many ideas you can put there. That's the only future that there is, and otherwise that there is a deterioration. Thank you. Good, James. Eva, good. Amit, very nice. Daniela, can you explain why we get upset? You get upset because when you're born, let's say that it is when you're born, okay? It's not exactly when you're born, but let's call it when you're born. You're a clean slate, okay? You need some idea to be put on you physically in order for you to have some kind of a chart, something that you agree or don't agree with. And there's another thing here, and another thing here, and another thing, and people do things to you and more things to you. What does it mean people do things to you? You don't create ideas. You are not responsible. You accept facts instead of seeing the ideas. And one day they did so much to you that you get upset. What does it mean did to me? No one can do something to you. You just stop creating those ideas. You actually dropped your responsibility. Good, Carmela. Thank you, Marcel. Lisa, yes, it is. So the closer you get to energy, the further you get from yourself. Present time is energy. So the more you continue with time, the further you get from you. This is you before the beginning. This is you able to create ideas, able to put ideas and to turn them into actuality. And this is energy. You consider you are a body. Yes, Dustin, yes. Backward is the future. How do we go back to the beginning? Okay, that's what I'm going to explain. Hold on. So it is your responsibility to keep creating new ideas. 100%, David. 100%. Okay, let's continue. Energy decides for you and gets you away from you. When you have an energy, it decides for you. There's walls, there are walls. So you've got walls, and you've got a refrigerator to get the food from, and you've got a chair to sit on, and you've got a body to feed, and it needs to sleep, and you have a wife, or maybe you don't if you're lucky, and whatever, yes? You have all of those things which is deciding for you. And the more things decide for you, the further you get away from you. The more things convince you that you cannot just have an idea and have it become actuality, the less you become you. You want to know who is your enemies? Your enemies are anyone that actually impose on you a universe, sets of limitations. Did you notice that you don't like jails? Did you notice that you don't like rules? Did you notice that in a good condition, you don't even need rules? You want to know how bad the condition of a country or a group is? Check how many rules it has. Yes, exactly, Lisa. The more rules you have, the more limited you are, the further away you are from yourself. What about religion? What about religion? If you take religion as rules, you are as further as you can from God, because God actually don't give you rules. God give you choice. Yes, managers set rules on the workspace because they deal with bunches of energies. And when you have energy, you need rules. You control energy with energy, and what you get is explosions. But if you want to improve, you don't want a group that do what it does because of rules, but you want them to do it because of duty. Duty is an idea. If a group does what it does because of rules, you have, the first bullet that will be shot in that group, they will run away. But if it is duty, no bullet can hurt you. So why do I feel tired when someone else tells me to come with a solution? Well, we will see why. We will see. We're just starting, yes? Yes, yes. That's why I always violate rules on the road. Vadim, yes, because you know instinctively that your ideas are senior to the rules. And when you succumb to the rules, when do you succumb to the rule? When you become old and you say, oh, it's dangerous, I need to be careful. What does it mean, careful? Careful mean I cannot create, so I need to keep it. I cannot create a new hand, so I'm careful not to lose the hand. What about when you start something and there is no rules and it is fun, then rules start to come in? Yes, because people start something and it's all ideas and they don't know the mechanism. So instead of creating more creation, they're creating more rules. Yeah, duties are definitely nothing to do with rules. Good, Vadim. Even people who have their own business have to follow tax rules. Yes, I didn't say that you don't have to follow, but it's limiting you. Why do you think countries have problems? Because they have rules. Is there any inherent danger in I don't need rules? I can create whatever I want. Yes, there is inherent danger when you deal with people that are totally here. In order to have no rules, you cannot just take a bunch of people that are totally controlled by energy and tell them no rules. What you need to do is, first of all, rehabilitate the ability to create, and by that be ethical, and then you remove the rules. Policies are not rules. And policies are needed only as long as people are insane. Policies are needed only as long as people are insane. Yeah, exactly, Susan. I don't say drop tomorrow all the rules. That's not what I say. But you know inherently that rules is not something that you like. And rules actually bring about more rules, which bring about caging. Rules is caging, is limitation, 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 and you want freedom. Policies is what worked. It is a method of thinking that allow a person to think for himself and give it's the basic truth about something. Policies are the basic truth, and actually truth by its definition is something that eliminates something, not prolongs something. Very fascinating, no? Now, the more you decide, number and or certainty of decision, number or certainty of decision, the more you decide, the closer you get to yourself. Because in the process of getting away from you, you lose your power of choice. There are rules and you lose your power of choice. The rules can be man-made or energy-made or whatever made. So the more you continue, the further you continue in time, the more you lose your power of choice. Yes? In order for you to regain your power of choice, you need to decide. It's not important what you decide about. So powerful. Yes, thank you. Thank you, John. It's not important what you decide about. You just decide. It's just decide. Just decide to go faster. Just to decide to walk faster or slower. It's not important. Just decide to stand. Not just stand because you need to. Just decide not to eat. Just decide to eat, not need to. And you will see that the way out is through decisions. And the way out is through decision, because the more decision you do, the more rules you undo. The more decision you do, the more rules you undo. Dustin, yes. The more you accept other people, the less you are of yourself. Good. Nadine, thank you. I love you. Wow. Yes, awesome. Yes, it is. It's really, really amazing. It's a different viewpoint. And hence, anything that demonstrates your power of choice is true and your friend. And hence, anything that reduces your power of choice is a lie and an enemy, and anything that demonstrates your power of choice is true and your friend. You want to know if something is your friend? Just find out how much space, how much freedom they give you. If your wife is your friend, she will allow you to do anything. And if she can experience the anything, you will become more and more and more ethical. But if she will try to put a limitation on you and limitation on you and limitation on you and limitation on you, you will get away from yourself and you will not be ethical. You cannot be ethical within a cage. Because ethical mean to create. Ethical do not mean to do nothing. Yes, Monica, this is wow. Yes, Anthony, yes. Really fascinating. Yes, Lisa. This is really fascinating. Anything that reduces your power of choice is a lie and an enemy. And anything that demonstrates your power of choice is true and your friend. Now you're thinking about just things that people do to you. But I want you to think about things you do to others. Are you reducing the power of choice of others? Your children, your bosses, your co-workers? Or are you giving them power of choice? How many times you got upset with the government, with something. If you got upset with someone or something, you're trying to reduce their power of choice. Never. Yes, other than Monica, of course. Yes. Good, Dustin, that's good. This is really fascinating. Okay. Choice is a gradient toward the potential. The power to bring about ideas for no reason at all. So choice, when you make a choice, you actually reverse the effect of the physical universe on yourself. And when you take away choice, you intensify the effect of life on yourself. And you will see that, for example, when you get married or when you start a business, what you do, you actually unknowingly put on yourself, take away from yourself the power of choice, because you need to do, you need to work, you need to do, you need, you don't want anymore, you need. And all of a sudden, business become not fun, marriage become not fun, children become the worst thing that could happen to you, and because you forgot, or you don't acknowledge, or things convince you not to decide that it's beautiful. Because what is that decision that it's beautiful? That you are willing to win and lose with the same level of enthusiasm. And so every decision you make, eventually you regret, and regret is an admission of your inability to choose. When you lost your power of choice totally, the manifestation is regret. Wow, yes, Ellie. Even at 5 years old, we try to let our daughter make her own. Yes, that's very good. Of course, they don't need to understand. They will see the result. Yes, this is really fascinating. You will see that every time you get upset, every time you decide to break something, or every time you broke something, if you decided or not, before that, you lost your power of choice. And you lost your power of choice, not because someone did it to you, but because you agreed with the physical universe. You agreed with energy. You agreed with energy. You said, yes, now I'm married. I know, I need to. Yes, now I have a business. I need to. Yes, I'm 80 now, so I have to. You agreed. Because if you wouldn't agree and you would just demonstrate, just without any connection to anything, just decide. You'll see that nothing can hurt you. Thing can hurt you when you stop deciding. You will see that when a government wants to take out a criminal, or when a government wants to take out someone really powerful, they start to decide for him. They find ways to decide for him. So even a bad thing, like a criminal, which is a bad thing, will continue forever if that person will ignore all attempt to be controlled by others. And lucky to us, when a person is a criminal, he loses his power of choice automatically, because he knows that he's not doing something good. He's not creating. He's using the power of creation to destroy. Really fascinating. Are you with me? Oh, yes, good. Wow. Very fascinating. Have to do. Well, you have to do only in the physical universe. Actually, Vadim, in the spiritual universe, or in reality, what you have is not be, do, have, or start, change, stop. What you have is create, counter, create. If you show me one thing that stops in this universe, you get $1 million. There is nothing that actually stops. So what you have is just counter create. This is really, really, really unbelievable. When you start to look, nothing ever stops in this universe. Nothing. So start, change, stop, the Veda, not accurate. It's good to explain the physical universe. It's a very good gradient, but it's not accurate because nothing stopped. Can you show me one thing that actually stopped? Can you show me one atom that took a day off or a second off? Cannot. They don't take food break. They don't take cigarette break. They don't even go into strike. Nothing stops in this universe. Everything we have around us is created space within space. But we live in this physical, yeah, that's correct. And you can either become effect of this universe or start to become cause over it. It's up to you. You can get used to it and then play the rules of the physical universe. And what you have, if you play the rule of the physical universe, is you get deterioration, more and more energy. So you go from here into towards deterioration. That's one way. Or you can learn what we're doing here and start to going back to the future. This is really back to the future. So everything we have around us is created space within space. Anything, the body is a space. What does it mean, space? Space is just number of ideas that has been put there and turned into fact. Okay, so this is a shape that gets created by ideas, that turned into facts. So this is a shape, and you have a house here, and this is all it is. A house is just a shape within a shape, within a shape, within a space, within a space. Now, the only interaction between people and things are the interaction of spaces and not particles, as particles are composed of spaces. And if you will think about what is energy, we will get into energy much more. We go into the definition of energy much more, but energy is only interaction of space. This space interact against this space and you have an energy, or you've got an electric motor, which is the base, and you have here the one side of the motor and here the other side of the motor. And what you do, you using magnetic forces or magnetic waves to interact this space against that space, and what you get is energy. You can move now the car. Does it make sense to you? We will explain energy much, much more into detail, but this is the basic idea of energy. It's an interaction of spaces, which mean energy is what eat ideas, what reduce your power. Okay, good. How are you doing so far? How are you doing so far? Good, very good, good, marvelous, amazing, excellent, good. Wow, makes much sense. Excellent, good, 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 very well done. Thank you. You feel more powerful. That's very good. My brain is so full. Good, Kate. Great, awesome, good. So this is going to be part one. This is going to be part one. Yes, Vadim, I agree. Something to think about. Now, what I suggest is the following. You need to watch this thing at least once more. This is the beginning. We are on slide number 12. This is the beginning of the introduction to the From Zero to Hero. So this is, you understand, this is the promo for the seminar. This is not the seminar. This is the promo for the seminar. Yes? And you need this thing in order to reverse the effect of the physical universe. So yes, we have 12 out of how many? Out of 43. So we are about, what is it, 25%, I think. So we will continue next week at the same time. Sunday, same time, we will continue. I will send you the video. I want you to watch that video. I want to ask you to go to Facebook and share your wins and realization, how powerful it is. How many webinars in total? Suzanne, it's very hard for me to say. Probably one more or maybe two before we will finish that introduction. Yes, between one or two. I'm not actually sure. Okay. I'm working next week. You'll get a recording. Yes. So please, please, please go to Facebook and put your wins, your realization, how good it is, and invite more people. Today we had, I think, about 70 people, and we had about 190 people registered, or 190 something, 192, I think. So go and invite people. It's really, really important for you that they will be there, because you cannot be the only one around that understand that, because they will put limitations on you. So you really, really want more people to be here. Okay. Yes, you will get the recording, Eva. Yes. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you very, very, very much. I know you enjoyed that. It's just the beginning, and every day will become even more powerful if you believe that it can become more powerful. Thank you, Toda. Love you very, very, very much. Love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please go to Facebook and post your wins. Thank you very much. That's all. Bye-bye.